Okay. Oh yeah, bubbles. So bubbles, and then BV. Now, is that bacteria vaginosis?
Definitely is. She
Okay.
teach one. Yeah,
Okay. Deal.
once I seen her medicine
Okay.
cabinet and everything she had, I was having a field day with it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not
Okay.
just out here capping. And the thing is, I stayed silent for years because I was trying to go on with my life. I really just wanted him to be a dad. But he's steady trying to hold on to the marriage and all this. The only reason why he secretly fouled is because her husband divorced her. She kept trying to make him not get a divorce because she thought she could cheat, do whatever, and come back and he was gonna be there. The way she was talking to him was so slick that you could tell she thought she was a bad bitch and he wasn't gonna find another. Motherfucker said she a high value woman.
Okay.
I said, these the bitches that Kevin Samuels was talking about. Now, this is where I'm in agreement with him, because what the fuck?
Oh my God. You done brought up the man. May he rest in peace.
May he
So
rest in peace. I didn't hate
I
him.
didn't start listening to him, unfortunately, until after he was deceased, as you know, sometimes that happens with folks, unfortunately. And I agree. I did start to agree with some of his perspectives and understanding why too, and then the current state of where we are today of people in our
Yeah,
culture.
she definitely the thought boxes he was talking about. Because here it is, you got a six-figure man and you sitting up talking about you the high value, but you cheating and all that. Okay, so where was I at? Oh, okay. So he sat next to me at the bank. So once I talked to the man identifying as a woman again, he says, yeah, he said he's a breadwinner. He's sending pictures of my baby, my newborn baby. That's the reason why I blacked out for real, because why are you sending
I
pictures of
thought it was the money because you a Capricorn.
that too? That too, because you work and I work. Why are you stealing my money? But then to this day, I cannot account for where his money went. And then I think back to them escort services and all that. It's so many things that go through my mind with that stuff. And the thing is, most people like, I wouldn't be telling this and that. You know why I'm telling it? It ain't a revenge. It ain't nothing. I'm freeing myself because how dare you? How dare you in this fucking lifetime that you got the audacity to take your goofy ass all around to my friends and family and your friends and family and make up these fucking lies on my name when I picked your dusty ass up when you had nothing. So when people say your daughter gonna see this, I don't give a fuck. I don't care because my daughter scene was placed into some shit she had no business in. So that's when I'm really like, I'm taking the gloves off because I try to mind my business. I try to ignore y'all. You so weak that you let her log into Facebook and try to taunt and disrespect me daily. Like it's cute, but I feel like it's because he never had no women in his life for real. So when you think you got something, um, then you thinking, oh, you the man or something. I ain't never gonna fight about you, but I'm gonna fight about my respect. You know? The
Mhm.
hell with you. Cause I know what he is. And he ain't elevated her yet. My allergies. Ooh, welcome to Texas.
Okay,
He
yeah, the pollen's been high. So I want to, and that's a lot. I'm even wondering if we have to do part two because this was a lot to unpack, and I know we're running short on time, but I want to ask you a few more questions. I want to talk about therapy and healing because this is smart ass ash where self elevation lasts, right? So we're about elevating and telling our story. That's a part of the elevation process. We have these trials, these tribulations. um are we still currently seeking therapy?
not right now. I don't have the time right now. I've been 3 times, honestly, cause like even when I was pregnant, right before I found out I buried my brother. I found out I was pregnant. My cousin was so excited for me. We texting about it, we hanging out, he dies. So like I've had a lot of trauma. So I was going. Like when I tell you all of this is coming from a healed place, to be honest with you. This is just really my feelings. I don't want nothing bad to happen to these people or anything. I just really want them to leave me the fuck alone. Don't shade me and do shady stuff and because you're a pussy and you can't put an ad on it, because I'm gonna put an ad on it. That's on y'all. I'm not gonna she'll send stuff from fake pages and you can tell that she not into him because she does too much shit that affects him. Why is he married to me, sleeping with you, denying it, but you're doing subliminal shit like posting his arm, wearing a J necklace, and sending it to me from a fake page? You don't care about him. What you care about is knocking me down, and you can't do it. So now,
So
mm-hmm.
that is a very true statement, and I'm glad you said that because I think women should know, men need to know that, right? They need to protect their queens, their wives, and it's so crazy, but there are women out here who don't even want the man. They are solely sold on taking down the next woman.
That's all it is,
It's
and
a form of
she's not winning.
obsession.
She's
It's a
not
form of
winning.
obsession
It's
and
she got some kind
insecurity.
of obsession with my life. I couldn't
Mhm.
get a car. She's always trying to sneak this me, and it's like you don't even do this to your other friends. Why you so pressed on me? But the fact that you got this nigga and you struggling speaks volumes for me. The fact that you doing fraud to put fraud a roof for this man speaks volumes to me. But you log in and talk about great things like, oh, he don't have to have money, but he make it happen. He ain't making shit happen. Your friend just went live and said she had to give you money to move, and you laid up with your friend's husband, and he couldn't help you move.
So I hear you saying that you're healed, but I really still hear a lot of hurt, if I could just be very honest.
I'm being honest though. They don't move me. I really want them to go away, but she does. That's what I'm saying. She won't. So that's why you see me like on Facebook doing what I'm doing because I've been taking it for so long. But it's like when I don't give the reaction, you still gonna fuck with me. But if we gonna do this and I'm gonna take it, then we gonna get the truth out there too. We gonna
No,
keep it
and
all the way 100.
I agree with shedding the truth, but I think that sometimes even in shedding truth, um, I think that it can come from a lot of different places. I hear you saying healed. That's what I hear you saying. But some of the energy behind some of these things and some of the words being said, some
Oh
of the
man,
insults
that's
that
just
are
how I
still
feel.
being
Yes, I'm
some
gonna
of the
insult him.
insults that are still being thrown.
I'm gonna throw him till I die because all that Martin Luther King shit don't work for me. It's Malcolm for me. I'm gonna be with Malcolm because I tried to go Martin. I wasn't dissing these people. I wasn't doing nothing. I was literally raising my child. And see, right now, her focus is on trying to get my child. Because I don't allow my child to be around it. Because when you start playing mental games with my kid and all that, so now all of a sudden, since I'm in a picture with her ex-husband and his new fiance, he goes off. He sends me a long message talking crazy. Now you want to file papers, but you don't know where I live. Well, why weren't you doing all this beforehand? You so pressed talk about you. I got messages and proof of you saying you don't fuck with or talk to them. I said, sir, I don't owe you no loyalty. Y'all tried to play us against each other for so long. But this man asked you not to be around his kids and you moved in with his kids because he didn't want his kids around the weird shit. Not only did you do that, you paraded around town telling people, and I heard it live with my own ears, that this man, fiance was a side chick to him. He was cheating with her. And the fact that you're telling people he a deadbeat when he's spending 1550 a month for his kids. He's getting his kids. The only one he don't get is the one they brainwashed. And I look and I saw where she's telling her son, oh, your dad is jealous of Bubbles. Why would he be jealous of somebody with zero? And the fact that I'm watching you brainwash your son and then you write your ex-husband talking about how he needs a dad, but you're creating tension between that son and that dad, and you're trying to make it like this man over here is somebody special when he's a narcissist and he's a liar, I got a problem with that. The fact that she fell out with her friend because she offered to help with her granddaughter and then got in cahoots with the daughter who disappears and took over this child, and the woman wants her grandchild back and you won't give her back. Do you fucking think I'm letting my baby go around that?
Oh no. So I am not I personally, if I can go ahead and add my 2 cents on that, I just think that therapy is best to continue
Yeah,
through this
yeah.
process to
She
be
goes
able
at
to get
school.
through this.
She goes at school, but me and her are gonna start outside of school, outside of
Yeah.
her school, because
Because
it's
this
a
is a
lot for
lot.
her.
It
It's a
is a
lot for
lot.
her, and it's like I don't even understand how a dad takes the trauma that he took on from his. You placed this trauma on her that she didn't deserve. You're telling her she's not telling the truth. You damn arguing with a 5-year old.
But can
She
I say
literally
something? to you
Mm-hmm.
about that real quick? And so because I've been doing therapy since I was 12 years old, off and on since the age of 12, and I recently had to go back. And what I wanted to say is, it does not make it okay what he's done, but I need you to identify the person that's doing that to Jersey is the 8 year olds, 12, 14,
Yeah.
him.
Yes, I totally agree. And you
Okay.
know how many times I've told him get help? He'll sit in your face and say, "This man tried to manipulate my brother so bad. My counselor told me to reach out to you, and my counselor said not to keep feelings inside, so I wanted to express this to you, sir. You ain't going to see nobody's counseling. No, nobody's counselor. It's something's clicking in his mind where he did a photo shoot for his cousin, and I know exactly which child that he did the photo shoot for because I set the photo shoot up. So when he gets done, he calls me. He's casually talking. Mind you, he's sleeping with my friend, right? But you steady trying to be a husband to me. He's casually talking to me about the photo shoots, and he goes in how the little girl was going in on her daddy and her daddy so whack and all this stuff. I let him finish the whole story, and I was like, he wasn't even taking pictures of his child. That's not his kid. I don't got no reason to lie, but you just did. But why? Like we don't have to have conversation about your lies. You could be truthful. You could be upfront. And that's another thing. Like I was really, really trying for this whole dad shit. Like I'm including him. People were looking out for me on food. I was looking out um, for him with food. Even though I knew what he was doing to me, I still was a wife and I was graceful. Like, I'm literally still looking out for you. You came to my house on Thanksgiving. He thinks that she went to Thanksgiving with her family, all that she probably did. She still ended up with a man that she had been waiting to get out of jail. She still went out there and slept with somebody. But you at my house trying to use me and play in my face, and your whole face getting played in. I love it for him. I do. So, so I say I removed him from my child because it started to be a lot of trauma on her. He wouldn't show up. She'll be crying. He didn't show up when she was sick. He did a couple times, but a lot of times he didn't. He literally told her she was lying on 4 occasions. He didn't say you're a liar. What he said was that didn't happen. You're not telling the truth. That's exactly how he said it to her. And she goes, "Yes, it did, Dad. I'm serious." Literally, he did that to her. And she's such a bubbly person. And I told him he came to my house, he showed her a picture of that woman and her daughter, knowing that my daughter was with them weekly. So she got ripped from their house and from them kids, and she loved those kids. So you come to her house disrespecting the fuck out of us, showing her a picture, and when she tells me, she's all upset about it. And she goes, he showed me a picture of those people. And I said, "What people?" She didn't even want to say the names. And then when she tell me, I call him, put her on the phone. So she puts it on speaker. Boo boo, that didn't happen. Yes, it did, Dad. They go back and forth. I took the phone. I said, "You done here." I said, "She don't got to go through none of this. You're done." Do you know a week later he texted me talking about he was cleaning out his phone and she happened to look down and seen a picture. It was from her birthday party. You only believe her all the time because she's a kid. No, because you're a liar. But when I seen that he could do that to his own flesh and blood, I gotta protect my daughter. And I'll do anything. I'll do anything. So the stuff he tried to pull this week about my child and all that, I told him it's not a good game for you to play with me. Because I carried that child 9 months and I pushed her out. You, a judge, your mama, can't nobody tell me what to do with her. You left your spot. When you left your spot, you stop paying for her. You pay here and there. You hold full ass over here helping her take care of her kids and stuff, and she getting 1550 a month in child support. What about your one though? I finally get it now, but it ain't much. It's not much, but I leave it in the account for her. When she wants something, because I've already set my life up to where I can take care of her myself. And I have beautiful
I
people
love
in my
that.
life to help. Oh
Say that
yeah,
again. Your life is set up how?
for me to take care of her myself.
I
So
love
when so when their day comes this year and the child support is cut off because they're locked up behind bars, I'm already prepared for that. But I have the money going into a portion of my account for her. But he tells me yesterday, mind you, I haven't went around telling everybody he know deadbeat and he he doesn't want to be in her life and all that. What I said was he can't pick and choose, and then what he did to her verbally, I cut him off. Especially when all the evidence came out, and he's you ain't never gonna have no proof. I don't take care of nobody over there. I do nothing. I don't help them. You don't know what you talking about. Messages came out. You not only are you buying stuff for the son that you brainwash, you buying Valentine's Day gifts for him to give to his girlfriend. They over there plotting on him and everything. Oh, he the goat. Yeah, he'll pay for it. Her and her kids talking about him. They brainwashed the kids and told her kids all kind of bad stuff about me. Do you know how much I was there for those kids and loved those kids and looked out for those kids? So you want me to let my child come with you? For one, she always say he got no business over there. She's very angry at the situation, and I don't even talk to her about it. I don't say when she feels away and she expresses herself, I turn it around. Well, daddy still loves you. He's still gonna be your dad. It's gonna be right one day. We're gonna fix it all. Not as a family, but you and him are family. Like I always reiterate that to her. And I don't talk bad about him to her. But for you to think that you about to take my child around somebody that brainwashed their kids against me, is you crazy? Then didn't fight for nothing in divorce. He gave up damn near everything. He can't tell me where I can and can't take her. I don't gotta update him medically, nothing. School, nothing. He fought for 6 hours for this woman's name not to be on a divorce decree. That's it. I told my
For
attorney,
what
I said,
reason?
for her name not to be on the divorce decree because I don't want her around my child. She ain't gonna be around my child.
Interesting.
Then he only asked for 3 days to talk to her.
Okay.
Three.
3
With
days
that,
a month?
3 days a week. He said, I
A
want to talk
week?
to her on Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. And I was like, so my attorney like
Talk to
just
her.
talk to her on the phone. The visits was
Not
gonna be
see her?
supervised. Well, his
Oh, yeah.
visits are supervised. And I stopped going
Understandable.
because I feel like once all the evidence came out and I seen that I'm begging you to keep her and help me with her, and you knew I was working 60 hours a week, and you literally writing fake notes to be with this woman so you lose the job, you lose the General Motors job. You sitting here and you leave her crying so you can go be at the oldest son's girlfriend's graduation party. And nah. One thing my kid can't do is be second. She can't be second. You can't pick and choose when you gonna do for her. You can't call her a liar. You can't do none of that because she's still affected by that till this day. Like she relives it sometimes. And it's like
Yeah.
you care more about this chick. So I stopped answering the phone because it came to a point where he'd be like, oh, I'm in a meeting at work. I can't call at this time. Oh, my phone screen is black. I still gotta get my phone fixed. So now he tells me yesterday that I'm going around telling everybody that he don't want to be in her life for this me instead of me telling people that I'm blocking him. I said, sir, if I'm gonna be anything, I'm gonna be for real. I done told the whole world that I removed you. Yeah, you want to be there now because you're picking and choosing, and really you trying to do all this extra stuff because you feel like you don't want her ex-husband around your daughter. Well, how the hell do you think he feel? And you just sat on the phone for 3 hours talking bad about me and him and trying to tell people he a dad be when he's actually an excellent father. This man did nothing
Yeah.
to him. Didn't wrong him, did nothing. Was this man was sleeping at their house? You know what I'm saying? He driving his car, he paying his phone bill, all this, and you sleeping with his wife, but you got animosity for him. So
Yeah.
yeah, said that I'm the only one that ain't forgave him. God forgave him. I said, if that's how you feel, because you ain't gonna stop the wrath, I'm gonna tell you that now, and I already know what they got brewing. So I'll be trying to chill because I'm like, it ain't gonna work out for starters, because she can only fake for so long. She wouldn't have stalked his new fiance if she was into him. It's so much stuff about this woman this man don't know, and I love it for him because I've seen it all with my own two eyes. Seen it all. And I was like, I love that for him because he got him a him. He got him a him. She's a narcissist. I didn't know women were narcissists like this. Oh my gosh,
So
she
the
got him
term
beat.
narcissist, because that word is going around so heavy right now.
Nah, this a narcissist.
Did did you have to start looking it up to
Oh no,
get
no, no.
more
I know what a narcissist
information
was. Mm-mm.
about
Nah,
it? Okay.
nah.
Did,
She's
do you
definitely
were either of your parents narcissistic?
my daddy a little bit. He can lie. You know what though? Even my daddy, you could catch him in that lie and he'll lie, but eventually he come to you, apologize and tell you the truth or you talk it out. I ain't never seen a duo like this in my whole life. You know how traumatizing that was for me? Like it's to the point now I don't carry baggage. So I'm not gonna go into my next relationship like, oh, he gonna be like him. I don't do that type stuff. But what I will do is have my antennas up. If you ain't got your own
Yeah,
everything, you might as well keep it stepping. I'm not
yeah.
I'm
No,
not
I
dealing
get
with
that.
that. If your family ain't a good family, keep it stepping. I don't want nobody with no motherfucking unpacked trauma. I
No,
mean,
I
it's
feel that. Now,
inevitable.
question, because earlier when we talked about when you met Bubbles, you said not too long before that you had been in another long term relationship. How what was the time frame between those? Do you know? Can you recall?
Eighth grade, a couple breakups, but eighth grade all the way till I was 20.
So then, like maybe a year then
After
between the breakup
maybe
and
I was close to 21, so maybe almost a year, not a full year, because he ended up calling back like, "Oh, I'm ready now," and I was like, "No, I'm good." He's my best friend
mm,
now. He love him and his wife. You know,
that's awesome. Oh
I
yeah, for
it
sure.
was I would throw up. I couldn't even see myself dating him.
Yeah, that was that high school stuff and so and middle and yeah those first loves or whatever. So your husband technically was your second and
Second.
only serious relationship then. And so with that, we develop our relationships in the styles of some of the relationships. Essentially, it's known from how we're raised in our childhood.
Hmm. I didn't
And so
understand
I
the
wanted to
importance of
identify.
family. My
Okay.
family is that they batshit crazy. Some of them. But we get together, we stick together. Like that's my family, and it's a bunch of us. And they took him in. Versus, I'm good with some of his family, but his family not like my family. I didn't expect them to be, but it's just a huge difference. But how he felt about his mom, I used to tell him, I'm like, you talk about your mom so bad. I said, but you don't do that to your dad, and your mom tried the best she could try. But it doesn't matter what's done, because his brother and sister are way older than him. They're already probably pushing into their 50s.
So some
So
serious mommy wounds there.
so he say, I don't know what's true and what's not, but he talks about the sister like a dog, like a dog. Never talks about the brother. He's cool with the brother, but talk about the sister like a dog, and she be the first one on the front line defending him. When I tried to talk to her about it, she said, I don't know who you're dating. I'm not dating anybody. I'm raising my child. That's not the problem here. Then it goes, you lie too. I don't even talk to you. We have a lot about. Never told you a lie, so I'm confused. You're not perfect. When are we gonna stay on topic that your brother has a problem?
Yeah, it sounds like the family's narcissistic also.
Yeah. Because when my brother,
Because those
listen,
are
when
all
people come to me about
deflection.
my brother, everybody know I done kept my brother under my wing. My brother knows how to take accountability. He know how to do all that. He even was like, this dude here. He was like, I'm so upset with him. He's like, he let me down. He told him, you don't only hurt me. You don't only hurt my sister. You hurt me and my whole family. But even when he had a stroke, and I mind you, I already saved his life from the overdose, right?
Right. Right.
So I saved his
I'll be
life
back.
again from a stroke, and he sits in the hospital texting her the whole time. Like I ain't the one that just saved his life. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want nothing bad to happen to them, but they have done so much to people that it's inevitable that you it got it. What you put out is what's gonna come back.
Oh yeah, that's law. That's
She's the
law.
karma for him. I'm telling you, because what I've seen with my own two eyes from her, see, she not showing him the real person. This is the representative, you know? So It's gonna come out because for one, you lost the husband with everything to get a man with nothing trying to hurt me. You wanted my baggage. You wanted my life so bad. Not understanding I can make another him, but I ain't going to. And then what you gonna do? You want him too? Like it to me, man. I'm more upset with the hurt of my child. Because excuse me, because I literally didn't want any kids. So this is why though, because you bringing a kid into this, and now they're plagued with trauma that they didn't ask for. This shit was so senseless. Even though her kids heard whatever lie about me, I'm gonna always love them, and I hurt for them too because they have a mom that sat there and manipulated their mind the way she did. And then always talking about how great of a mom she is. I ain't gotta tell you I'm a great mom. What you know about me already from my actions?
Yeah.
It's
So
it's
let's talk
like,
about.
yeah, go ahead, because we'll be here
All
all
right.
night if we have to unpack this. They're gonna have to
Yeah,
go to
yeah,
TikTok.
yeah. Yeah, right. Definitely go to TikTok to get the rest of that story. So what I want to implore you for sure in the near future to get back into therapy. Just period. Outside of the trauma and those different things, I just think that it's great to have a therapist
I do too.
to reason with, to talk stuff over with, and then sometimes too when we talk, I know sometimes I talk to myself or talk to my therapist out loud, and when I hear myself speak, I begin to answer my own questions, the own things on the inside, and one thing for sure, accountability is super important. And what I've learned is
Hmm.
um, even taking accountability in situations like this, right?
I have to. I gotta
On
take accountability. I should have
on the,
already. It's my fault. I'm trying to look for the good in people. That's on me.
so well, I wouldn't even say that part per se. What I would say is, and what I've learned is, we just have to learn how to create better boundaries and and when we identify that people are either safe people or they're unsafe,
And there
is
won't
what I
change.
learned.
People only change if they want to. If it's
Exactly.
reoccurring, they're not gonna change. And it's
Yes. And so
crazy, but
believe
it is.
patterns,
Yep.
behaviors, believe patterns and
Believe it.
behaviors, believe them for sure.
Yep.
And I think that's great that you did identify, you did understand what it was, you knew what it was, and you called it out. And that's what we have to do out here. We have to hold ourselves accountable, and we have to hold other people accountable
Because
too
I
in
won't
order
go through
to
it again.
elevate. That's the only
That's one
way
thing I can
to
promise you.
elevate.
I won't never let no stuff like that happen again. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, Matter of fact, the first sign, and we can't even like redo it. Like if you show me something weird, you have to go. That's friendship, relate any ship. You got to know when to lead the ship, when to let the ship sail.
Yeah, for sure. And I love that. And you turned your pain into purpose.
I
For
did. I'm
sure.
out here
And use
speaking.
your story, and it's in music, it's streaming. You're signed, correct? You're signed.
Almost.
Oh,
We are in
okay.
negotiations now. They said I can
Okay.
speak about it, so I'm in negotiations with Def Jam. Um, I have some
Awesome.
really big things I don't want to speak about coming up, and I have like a
Yes.
huge feature. Just know that I'm also spiritual, and sometimes
Yes.
God gotta hurt you to redirect your path. He knew that those people did not possess the same heart as me. The same, he know how they felt about me. They could hide and wear a mask, but he knew how they felt, and he removed them. Yeah, he hurt me to remove them. He did it, and I'm so grateful. I'm forever
Yeah.
grateful because that put a light under my ass. I pumped out music after music. When I did the diss track, it started going viral. I only took it down because my brother was begging me because he didn't believe it was true. He was like, I believe you, but we need more proof. We need to. So I took it down listening to my brother, and it probably would have been way across the world. But my manager was like, no, I know you're ready to get signed now. And I've been going up ever since. Like the music just been pumping. So then they instructed me, hey, make an album about it. Don't stop talking about it. People tell you don't talk about it. Talk about it. Don't stop. Because if they didn't want to be talked about, they shouldn't have did it. Shouldn't have never did it. They talking about you. They telling the
Yeah.
lies.
Yeah, it's
It
the
ain't
role that they played
retaliating.
in your story. It's your experience and your truth, and nobody can take that from you. And I'm happy that you're sharing it. And this, we talked about this part too. I'm glad we got to hear because I wanted to talk about how I remember, because I had this very opposite approach years ago, right? But then I went a little ballistic online and I made, I think, 27 posts in one day,
And I
right? And
ain't
people
judge
thought
you
I
for
had
not
lost
one.
my mind.
Yeah, I
Huh?
didn't judge you. I said I ain't judge you for not one of them.
Yeah. And people thought I had lost my mind. But
It's
being in a
therapeutic.
relationship with a narcissist, it changes your DNA. What people don't
Yes.
know. And some other, it's just a lot of other scientific things that people need to really get an understanding about. But it is a serious mental condition and issue. And my therapist actually diagnosed my husband in our first therapy session. But
Wow.
we would have to go into that at a different time. I want to play this diss track real quick, and so people can hear what that sound like, and turning that pain into purpose with you getting your lick back, because that's the album. And I think that's super dope. I love that your management is supporting, because at the end of the day, you're an artist, you're authentic, and you got to tell your truth and your story, because that's just where it's at,
Yep.
your true authentic self. So I super love that for you. And here is this diss track, and I hope the people can hear it as I turn it up.
No, that ain't it. That's not the one.
Oh, oh, that's not the diss
That's
track.
that's that's
That's
the
from the
one. That's
album.
the yeah, and that's showing you what I'm on, like some peace stuff.
Love it. Okay. That's not okay. I had a message that said this is the diss track. Hold on. This song is from the album. So the diss track must be on the Apple Music
Yep, we ain't
part.
friends.
We ain't friends. That's the diss track, right? That's what it looked like.
Yep.
All right, so we ain't friends diss track, and I like too that I've been hearing your song. So I guess there was a podcast or something, talk your shit or something like that.
Oh, he made a podcast instead of he kept lying about it. He ain't doing nothing with her and all this stuff. And he went and made a podcast to try to play in my face.
Wow.
All
So
these
I love
topics.
that. I love that. So it's called talk your shit, right? And so what I love is it. Do you say it in all your songs
I
now?
do now. I branded
I
it now.
love that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So talk your shit, Keish. I love
Yep.
that.
Cause
I think
now I'm
that's
talking
super
my
dope.
shit.
Period. And we ain't friends.
Start it over to the first beginning.
Ah, there we go.
That, that's the middle of it.
How many of us have them friends? I love that. I love that you sampled that. I just think I caught that. Oh, yeah. Yo, so we ain't friends. This is dissing.
Yep.
And
Fucking.
what I love about the dissing on this though, because I know sometimes people be having these beefs, and we wonder if that stuff is real. This is real. This is real. This is real life.
I
This is
sent it to him
this
when
is
I
your
got done. He
yeah. This
sent
your
back the
real life.
flames. He said, "This is fire." He was like, "I will play it on my podcast." You think he did? No.
He should have. If he was smart,
He wouldn't bring me
I
on it.
would have. Y'all
He
both
went to
could have
all my
ran the
friends and
bag up.
family. He went to all
Huh?
my friends and family trying to get them to come on his podcast, but wouldn't bring me on there for nothing. No, because you just want me to admit to some stuff that ain't true. Okay.
Yeah. So here is the song on the new album, Lick Back, right? And to no one. Let's take the day and live it. Skin really kissed by the sun. Kick off your heels, let's live it. Yeah, let's relax, it's the weekend. Turn up all night, we no sleeping. Smell like loud, yeah, we're reeking. I like the kids and we I'm on top now, chilling with the top down. Headed to the yacht, no more chilling on the block now. CMK past the siren, past the Duce. Living life on top. Like a toupee, lost them like a bouquet. Little sweet and bougie, boobs and lips be juicy. We got the dose and we play. We living life for today. Tomorrow is just a replay. Oh, I promise to no one. Let's take the day and live it. Skin kissed by the sun. Kick off your heels, let's live it. Yeah, let's relax, it's the weekend. Turn up all night, we no sleeping. Smell like loud, yeah, we're reeking. High off the grid and we drinking. Trust in our wife and feel guided. Yeah, white different cause she have a real body. I love this. I love this. That makes me want to be on vacation right now, if I could just be
Everybody
honest
say
with
that.
you. Straight up. I wish I
Everybody
was
say
on the
that.
island somewhere, okay, with a drink in
Yeah.
my hand, living life, knowing that tomorrow is not promised. And so I'm gonna make every day great, as you have been doing with your pain, turn it into your purpose. Shout out again to you, KeKe Fleiss. Everything is nice this second time around. So
Oh,
I
everything.
thank you again for the opportunity to discuss your story, all right, and talk about your music and your pain and your purpose and just your projects. And we wish you well. And shout out to you.
Thank
I
you.
hope them negotiations come through soon. I cannot wait.
Thank
Okay.
you. And remember, this is not gonna be your biggest interview. It's your first one, but not the biggest.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And we'll look back on this in a few years and do another one, right? When you hit them charts. And we'll come
Yeah.
back and we'll talk. And we'll speak about manifesting and prophesying. And we'll run this clip back. Thank you so much again
No
for
problem.
coming on with SmartA Ash, where self elevation lasts. We out.
Bye.